got my I got my door all set up. I spent the morning changing the layout of the front of my building to get that door to fit, and then Bill came over and helped me stand it up. I had to cut the sill up here and then brace it up to that rafter, and then bring that part on up higher so that I would have stuff up there to connect to. And I still got a little trim work to do up there, but it's going to work out just fine. And I've got to cut this door here and work out my edges, and then work out my trim up top. And down below, I'll have a piece like that down below and a piece similar up top there. I'm going to get my grinder, and got a pretty rough looking cut here. I'm going to come back along and try to make a nice straight even cut right along the edge of that. And then what I'll do is I'll see if I can find me some of that metal edging stuff that slips over that, so I can put something over that where you won't get cut if you drag your fingers along it. You know, once I finish that and I finish screwing down the floor and the walls, this will be done. I did have to, you know, I had laid these boards up here, and I did have to move them because they were in a place where they would be in the way of that door there. So what I'll probably do is, well, I know what I'll do is I'll wind up cutting a piece of that, and I'm kind of debating on whether to take this board out, just because it makes a wider area to get up into there if it is out. I could also move it. I could move that to the other side of the rafter, or even adjust it out this way some and put it back, and then shorten this up. Even with it shortened up, it'd still be big enough to throw some things up on there, but not necessarily. You don't necessarily want it to be so big that you have to crawl out on top of it to get stuff. So it might make sense to cut it back some. But we'll see. I'll get to that later. First thing I'm going to do is finish this front. So I've got to, you know, do some work with the plywood and the studs and mounting the door and a lot of fun stuff like that. So we'll mess around with all that stuff here.